In theory, the role of the media is to tell the truth and hold power to account. British newspapers and broadcasters have not fulfilled this function when it comes to Israel's war on Gaza. The latest case in point concerns last week's visit by Israeli Foreign Minister Gideon Saar to his British counterpart, David Lammy. Saar was meeting the British Foreign Secretary just days after Israeli authorities detained and deported 2 Labour MPs, a month after Israel broke its ceasefire with Hamas, opening the way to a fresh round of atrocities, and almost 2 months into Israel's latest illegal blockade of Gaza. All this amid growing speculation that Israel is pressing for a new war on Iran. At the same time, Saar is one of the most senior members of a government on trial for genocide at the International Court of Justice in The Hague. The International Criminal Court has also put out an arrest warrant for his boss, Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, accusing him of war crimes and crimes against humanity. Saar himself recently attempted to justify Israel's decision to cut off aid to Gaza, which is an act of collective punishment and another war crime. Most people would expect such an individual to be treated as a pariah, especially by a British government that regularly waxes lyrical on the rules-based international order. Instead, Britain rolled out the red carpet, with one difference. Saar's visit was kept secret, unannounced by either the Israeli or British governments. Last Tuesday, Middle East Eye revealed that Saar was due to visit our country imminently, thus making the trip public knowledge. No mainstream British newspaper followed up on the story. One would have thought that any decent reporter would have been mustard keen to put questions to Saar and Lammy, but this was not so. Our mainstream media joined forces with the Foreign Office and treated the Saar visit as a state secret. Let's try a mental experiment and suppose that Sergei Lavrov, the Russian foreign minister, had been quietly smuggled into Britain to meet our foreign secretary. That would have made front-page news everywhere. On Wednesday evening, MEE reported that 2 legal groups had formally submitted a request to the UK's Attorney General and Director of Public Prosecutions, seeking their consent to apply for an arrest warrant targeting the Israeli Foreign Minister. The UK-based Global Legal Action Network and the Hind Rajab Foundation alleged that Saar had aided and abetted torture and grave breaches of humanitarian law in Gaza, and that he was implicated in the detention and torture of Hossam Abu Safiya, the director of Gaza's Kamal Adwan Hospital, who was taken captive in late 2024. But these serious allegations against a man who had just met the British Foreign Secretary were apparently of no interest to the ever-so-respectable British media. Eventually, The Guardian published a story reporting on the visit, quoting the Foreign Office, which had finally gone on the record to describe Saar's visit as private. Whatever the purpose of the Israeli Foreign Minister's visit, which encompassed a long discussion with Lammy about a range of Middle Eastern issues, it was not to visit friends and family. It's much more helpful for Saar to be hustled in and out of Britain quietly, without any official word of his visit, no awkward questions, no news conferences, no need for David Lammy to explain why Britain continues to provide arms and diplomatic support to Israel. The secrecy surrounding Saar's visit, which has conveniently come during Parliament's Easter recess, required the collaboration of the mainstream British media. As so often during the murderous Gaza war, they cheerfully obliged.